How you feel? Yeah, I'm right back at it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be prepared to run through the rain. It's a message in that. You know? I woke up this morning feeling alive, vibrant, you know what I'm saying? Ready to get it in. Did those weight vest push-ups, serial push-ups, did my core. Now I'm running, you know? Wednesday's run day like a light day, but it was raining. That would deter a lot of people, because if you one of the people you waiting for the perfect conditions, things gotta be just right in order for you to take action. It ain't gonna never be like a perfect time to do what you gotta do. You gotta be committed to the commitment. You have to be committed to your commitment to yourself. And as long as I can do what I gotta do to honor my commitment to myself safely, without potential injury, I'ma get it in. So after I did my workout, the rain tapered off. It's a little cloudy, overcast, but I'm getting it in. So that's my message. The rain represents a condition that you might seem, or that might seem unfavorable to you. You may use something that stressed you out, something that didn't go right, or as planned in your day, you know, and you can use that as an excuse not to do what you gotta do. But if you always looking for an excuse not to do what you need to do, it's gonna always be an excuse not to do what you gotta do. So that's why you're not doing it. You keep putting it off. It's something in your mind that's letting you know that you're falling behind. You know, your blood pressure, your weight, you know, you might have got a diagnosis or something when you went to the doctor. Those unfavorable conditions, it could be a condition of living. It could be depression. It could be whatever it is that doesn't have you feeling like your best self. But you didn't get to that point overnight, fam. It's an accumulation of you putting things off, putting things ahead of your priorities, which is you being your best self. You know, I see a lot of people like, yo, they'll drop a rack, 2 racks, 3, 4, 5 bands on a 2 or 3 day vacation. And guess what? That's beautiful. But when it comes down to, like, say $30 to $100 to invest in your health, and mind you, it don't gotta be the way that I invest in mine. But if you could put racks on racks towards vacations, or you could drop $200-300 on a dinner that's gonna only last, an experience that's only gonna last for about an hour or two, if you talking, chopping it up, then you gotta ask yourself, what is $30 to $100 to invest in yourself in a 30-day, a month span of time? But hey, we all got different priorities, right? And don't nobody really like being preached to, because we all grown. But what I'm saying to you is, don't wait until things fall apart to start caring. If you really love yourself and you really dedicated and you want to enjoy those vacations and those nice nights out, those dinners, you want to look fine and fabulous, you know what I'm saying, handsome in your clothes, you know what I'm saying, you want to dress to impress. You not only want to look good, fam, you want to be good through and through, inside and out. So yo, that's my message. Don't let the rain and the overcast and the cloudy days provide you with excuses to not do what you gotta do. Because if you keep doing that, every time you make an excuse, family, not to love yourself the right way, and I'm not talking about guesswork. You don't want to guess when it comes down to your heart health. You don't want to guess when it comes down to, do you got a healthy liver, your adrenal glands, your kidneys, your reproductive organs, your gut health. You know, when you talk about loving yourself, fam, you're more than a suit or a dress. You know, ladies, your health is worth way more than a Birkin bag. You see what I'm saying? Love of self got to start from the unseen, on the unseen level. Because this physical life is just a platform. It's a temporary medium of expression. But what's being expressed throughout a very vast majority of our communities, families, you know, is that which is heart disease, right? High A1C, high cholesterol, obesity, cancer, lupus, MS. So what that communicates is that there is an internal deficit that is being perpetuated within and throughout our people. And it's a mindset. So don't expect for me to stop delivering this message, because the only thing that you're experiencing on this platform when you come in contact with me is the true gravity and the consistency of my commitment to myself first. Because before I could make a suggestion to you about what you should do to improve upon yourself, I gotta be living that. I gotta be a living example of what I'm talking about. So that's why, if you expected for me to stop telling you what I'm telling you, that's just like Coca-Cola and Pepsi and the pharmaceutical industry giving up on what they doing, which is in all essence destroying you. So you gotta have the antibodies. You gotta have the white blood cells, so to speak. You gotta have aspects of the people, of brothers and sisters, right, that is going to help to counter these attacks, to provide you with healthier options. And I know a lot of people say, oh, he's just trying to sell me something. Fam, I'm not getting rich off of telling you about healthy products. Now, if money is a thing, that requires organizational duplication of moving volume through a pipeline. And that requires, like I said, a collective organization, but of duplication. But as for the products themselves, you know what I'm saying? You're going to always benefit from the actual usage of those supplements, whether you do tinctures, whether you doing herbal teas, whether you go plant-based. If you eat meat, you eating kosher, you eating wild-caught salmon, whatever you are doing, you are going to have to make a commitment to choose the highest, the finest, the cleanest cut, the best grown, you see what I'm saying? The healthiest of whatever it is that you're doing in order to get the right results. So what am I saying? Whatever you do, you are going to have to make a lifetime commitment to be the antibody, to be your own self-defense through your decisions once you have identified that Monsanto trying to take you out, glyphosate trying to take you out, they putting chlorine and all kinds of carcinogens in the water supply, forever chemicals in the water, PFAS. Look it up. That's all you gotta do. You getting your CCW, right? You learning martial arts, right? You mastering the 8 limbs. You grappling. You MMAing. You personal training. You in the gym. You lifting up the iron. And then you go right there and you still go drink dirty, nasty, unclean, unhealthy water. So it's ass backwards. And a lot of y'all got PhDs, master's degrees, bachelor's degrees, highly critical and intelligent, brightly developed mindsets in particular fields where you specialize. But like I see Floyd Mayweather, he's an expert pugilist. But he got up there on YouTube and told the world that a plastic bottle of water that he drinking on the treadmill is the best water to drink, which is bullshit. Because he's not an expert in water. He's an expert in pugilism. So when you taking advice from people about your health, look at the doctors and the nurses. On their lunch break, they going right outside and they smoking cigarettes. A lot of them is obese. A lot of them is injecting you with poisons. They telling you to put stuff inside of your body that they wouldn't even put in theirs. They prescribing you drugs for something that could very well be rectified naturally, but they know you don't got the information. So they turn you into a cash cow, fam. Then you wonder why your sex life is on the floor. You can't get hard. You can't get wet. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all, you probably can't even get horny no more because your oxytocin levels is low. Your serotonin levels is low. You see what I'm saying? Your PEA is low. Right? Your DHEA is low. You are a walking, breathing, aquatic, hormonal, electromagnetic, biochemical being. And fam, it's beyond me to think how you could assume that you're gonna be able to be on top of your game, not giving yourself what you need. Now, mind you, you don't gotta take my advice, but whatever you doing, it gotta work. See what I'm saying? Ladies, your estrogen levels is low. How you gonna get it back up? You're not gonna get it back up eating fast food. You see what I'm saying? You're not gonna get it back up with pharmaceuticals. And if you do, it's gonna tear something else up. So, I think I'm gonna turn around right here. About a good 4 miles out. It's a good run, y'all. So I gotta give y'all this. I'm a little longer today, but it don't matter. Why? Because I'm gonna get in your ear, get in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Get inside your brain cells. I can't reach everybody. But family, you know how many people I have seen lose their lives in the last 5 years? I've been plant-based, let me see, about 11 years. But with new information comes with new realization. I thought my water was good. I was just drinking reverse osmosis. I've been running since 05. And I'm telling you, from physical, real, on the ground experience, this ain't nothing I read. I challenged myself so that I could feel myself, so that I could know exactly what I could do. I don't guess with myself. That's where my confidence comes from, because I know what I'm capable of. So before I added those minerals to my water, when I found out about the minerals I'm telling y'all about that I use every day, I was getting headaches, crashing and burning. I'm not on no steroids, no creatine, none of that shit. But I did not know what cellular hydration was. I thought that just because I'm drinking filtered and reverse osmosis water, that I was good. But I was depleting myself, breaking myself down, diminishing and depleting my electrolytes. And the water that I was drinking was dead water. It wasn't capable of hydrating me effectively or putting back in what I was taking out. That's the reason why I was crashing and burning. But now, in the last 5 years, man, I could run 5-10 miles after a workout. And when I'm done, I feel like I could go all over again, naturally. Why? Because the water, the minerals, are getting inside of my cells to my mitochondria, and my cells are producing the full 1.4 millivolts on trillions of cells. So my energy is just renewable. You want to talk about solar energy? This is the real electrical vehicle right here. You know what I'm saying? But how you gonna produce electricity? How you gonna produce energy? How are your cells going to reproduce healthier cells? You see what I'm saying? And how are they gonna carry out their specific tasks inside of your body on whatever level, whether it's neurological, neurotransmitters or whatever? Because your body is always having a communication with itself. But just like you charge your phone up, if you're not recharging your cells, then how can they communicate with each other? How can they have and produce the necessary energy that's needed in order for them to work for you, fight for you, and thrive for you, even when you asleep? You see what I'm saying? So we got to take the love of self to a much more deeper level. And the more we learn about ourselves, when it comes down to how we actually are designed, how we function on a seen and unseen level, we can then begin to start attaching that information through our own conscious decisions to start making choices consciously and from a position of knowing what we're doing instead of guessing and hoping, and, you know what I'm saying, and just casting it to the wind. Then we can become more strategic, more precise, you know what I'm saying, when it comes down to giving our bodies exactly what it needs on a day in and day out, night in and night out basis. And when we do that, watch how that heart disease come down. Watch how your life start to improve. So yo, that's my message to you today. I'm not scripted. Like I told you, I'm a moving meditation. It's your brother, Health is Wealth. Shout out to everybody that took advantage of that special yesterday with that promo. And shout out to all of y'all that were receptive to me reaching out, because I did a lot of reaching out yesterday. You might have a message in your inbox, you know? But if you can't do a membership package, you want to try out the products, they got a $10.99 sample pack. And if that's not up your alley, may whatever it is that you choose to do on a daily basis through your own cognition and volition work out for you. You know what I'm saying? Because I want nothing but the best for you. Whether you take my advice or not is neither here nor there. It just comes down to, is what you doing really working for you? And if it's not, are you open? You know, are you open to new information that can help you get to a healthier destination? It's your brother, Health is Wealth. I'm out of here. I'm about to finish what I started. Y'all be good. Peace.